How safe is it to be a solo female traveler in Jordan? Hi, I'm Caitlin and I've solo traveled to almost 40 countries, and I have to say that it is so unbelievably safe here in Jordan. I feel safer here than I do when I traveled to almost every single city in Europe, and I was doing things I never would have done anywhere else, like going to strangers' houses and even hitchhiking, which is apparently very common and safe. The people here are so friendly and welcoming, and their hospitality is truly so genuine and refreshing. I spent over a month in Jordan and I only had one case where someone tried to scam me, but I had done my research and I dealt with it easily. Besides that, I had so many people welcoming me into the country and always willing to share their culture and life perspectives. I will say that as a foreigner, it is polite to dress modestly and you'll probably get a fair amount of stares, but honestly, it's really harmless and eventually I just got used to it. Jordan has been one of my favorite countries I've ever visited, and I wish I could have stayed longer than just a month. Spend the day with me volunteering at a Treehouse hostel in Turkey with World Packers. We had a late start to the morning because there's a bar and club here at the hostel and the volunteers had a little night out, but I started my morning off with breakfast and hanging out with the absolute cutest puppies. Then I got right into my volunteer work. I'm currently on laundry duty, but honestly, I love it. I get to be outside all day next to this creek, just hanging up sheets and folding them, and the nature here in Olympos is so dreamy. So I just listened to my book and the time flew by. After a couple of hours of work, the volunteers decided to go to the beach, which is about a 20-minute walk from the hostel. We even met a little friend along the way that ended up following us all the way there. This walk is also insane because there's a bunch of ancient ruins that are just right next to the trail. So if you love history, I highly recommend coming here. And look at the beach, guys. I feel like I'm in a Mamma Mia movie, honestly. We spent about 5 hours at the beach, snorkeling, playing in the water, paddleboarding, doing yoga, and just chatting. And I swear you meet the best people while volunteering because everyone is so like-minded. So don't be afraid to go volunteering alone. I promise you'll meet some of your best friends. On the way back from the beach, we stopped to pick some berries, and then it was dinner time. All the meals here are included in your stay, which is so nice because I'm a budget traveler, and it's really good food too. After dinner, we had some late night chats, cuddling the puppy, giving little ear massages. Then we went on a walk to go get some ice cream. That's all for today, but let me know what you want to see next. Follow along for a day in my life volunteering in the Wadi Rum Desert with World Packers. So I woke up in my nice private accommodation and headed out for breakfast. My job is to do social media management for this camp, however, I try and help out with other tasks whenever I can. After breakfast, I had some downtime, so I read my book in the sun until it got a bit windy, so I came inside, and then I got ready for the day ahead. Today we're doing a Jeep tour, and it's my job to get content for the guests as well as the camp. This has been a dream job because the views are absolutely insane and the guests are always so lovely to work with. We then had to hike up these sand dunes, and it is so much harder than it looks, but I got all the good shots at the top. Our next stop was to visit a natural spring, and there were carvings on the walls that were over 2,000 years old. It's so cool to see the rich history here alongside the natural beauty. After a few more stops, we went sandboarding, which is so much more fun going down than climbing back up. We got to explore a few more canyons as well as this mushroom rock before we stopped so our guide could cook us a traditional Bedouin meal. Everything was so fresh. We had tomatoes with onion, cucumber, aubergine, olives, and the traditional bread called homs. And a Bedouin meal would not be complete without some sweet tea. I'm very grateful to be able to experience so much while getting free meals, accommodation, and activities through World Packers because I travel on a real tight backpacker budget. We finished the day off by doing a sunset camel tour of the desert. These guys were so cute, and then we had a traditional Bedouin dinner. The food is cooked buried in the sand, and it's so good. After dinner, we did some stargazing to finish off the night, and that's it for today. Bye!
That was so fun. I literally felt like I was on a holiday with her. I loved each country and city that she visited and gave different insights and gave her own tips of what she wore and what she dressed and her food and her job. I loved different jobs she had as well, folding laundry, reading her book in the sun. Just smelling fresh laundry with a good book in the sun just literally sounds like heaven to me. And social media management, that looked so fun, on the back of the van. I'm jealous, I'm really jealous. But when she hitchhiked, I was thinking, oh my god, I could not do that, I'd be so scared. But it's nice to see that all these people from the hostel are doing the same things as her, and they get to go visit different places, and their little dog following them, little puppy thing. That was so cute. I loved watching that. It really makes me want to visit those those smaller countries that you don't really think of. You don't type in holiday pirates and Jordan pops up, does it? You think of Spain or Portugal. But that looked so fun. And in the evening, there's a guy playing on the DJ deck. Just how fun is that? Folding laundry, dogs following them. The sea looks insane, the views. It looks like Mamma Mia. The food looks so nice as well. The portion sizes look great as well. I bet it's really cheap there as well. Just chilling in the sun with a book. And those carvings from 2,000 years ago. It's insane. It's just so cool to think. I know there's history and people were alive years and years and years ago, but it's just so cool to actually see it in the flesh. Because if you go to London Museum or something, that will cost you about £40 entry, and then to get like pictures of it included. It's just insane. Just exploring all the time. Picnics in the sun, tea, riding camels. I'm so jealous. Just looks incredibly cool. And she's on her own as well as a female, which is even greater to see, because a lot of times people who want to travel on their own, especially females, it's very scary and you don't feel safe. But she looks like she just lives there, like just enjoys her life, like she's from there. The pictures of like the canyons in the background just looks so nice, and the food looks fresh. I think it's amazing, and I think, you know, I've taken mental notes of like what she's done there, especially how she said people who love history. I love visiting like different countries and their history. Just like so fun. And like random people are doing like that Batman thing on the beach. How much trust they have for each other. Paddleboarding, kayaking, volunteering. Oh, count me in. I wish I could go do that right now. Like world packers. I have a little Google when I get back. That looks so fun, genuinely. I'm so jealous. I'm glad she had a great time, and it's very informative once again, and I've made mental notes of in the future if I ever go there.